Good afternoon and welcome to my Writing in the Discipline, my discipline today being Writing in Public Health. So the types of literature that you'll find in public health are research papers, literature reviews, case studies, health reports, analysis, technical reports, and dissertations. The commonality between all these things is that they're used to better treat people and to educate, which is a good segue into the next part, the purpose of literature in public health. The most important thing in public health is to serve the public. It is to treat the illnesses and the causation of the illnesses in people so that, of course, we all as a population can be more healthy. So focused on things such as global, community, or even mental health. And, like I said, it's to better understand illness and to educate. The types of evidence from medical texts are qualitative research and quantitative research, of course. The numbers and experiment surveys, interviews, all this stuff like that are important to understanding what causes disease, what the symptoms may be for certain types of disease, and, how to better treat illnesses. So all of these types of evidence are sort of very scientific and data-driven. And the writing conventions used are passive voice. Anytime you're writing a paper, active voice, not passive voice. Time you're writing a paper, you need to be discussing it. Third person is most commonly used. It should be concise, and report format is most commonly used. The biggest professional organizations in this field would be the Center for Disease Control, or CDC, the World Health Organization, or WHO, the National Institute of Health, and the American Medical Association. Academic documentation style is just APA, American Psychological Association, which is, very common in scientific papers and, in the public health field. Respected publications: Mayo Clinic, the American Journal of Medicine, and the Professional Medical Journal. These are all places that researchers and doctors and, physicians can go and publish, studies or results of the studies. And it's a good place for articles or experiments to be peer-reviewed and tested so that we know that this information is accurate and not fictitious. So, 3 research-based questions. 3 of the biggest questions in the field right now are the risks of aspartame is a big one. Especially on social media, we have people, demonizing aspartame, or in case people who don't know what aspartame is, it is the artificial sweetener in diet or sugar-free beverages or food items. And some of the claims that people have is that it's carcinogenic. And, I'm not really going to get into the debate, but people will say it's carcinogenic and others will say it's not. And so there's a big debate on whether or not it should be healthy and it should be consumed by humans. The second one is kind of a more recent item, is whether or not masks are effective at stopping the spread of disease, in particular COVID-19, as we went through that whole lockdown phase. Some people were wearing masks, some people weren't, and it was a very split decision on whether or not we should even be wearing them. And then third, just one thing I found interesting, are tobaccoless nicotine products harmful? Because, of course, we all know tobacco is harmful. It is, carcinogenic and inflammatory. But tobaccoless nicotine products, Zen being one of the most popular ones out right now, are these harmful? Because nicotine has been seen to show some neurological benefits and some cognitive benefits, and so it is a discussion right now within the community. And 2 other current issues are burnout. Burnout is a huge issue in the medical community. People just getting tired of doing, similar or the same things, and misinformation is the second huge issue right now in the community, because anybody can go online and pretend to be a doctor or a physician or some health guru, and it happens all the time with people, online and social media spreading blatant misinformation about the medical field, and, people getting the wrong idea about it and maybe following this advice and getting sick. And my sources are Varda Danielle All and the Appalachian University website, where they have a journal on the conventions of writing in public health. Thank you so much for watching this presentation.